Welcome back. Hopefully you've seen our first video showing you how to make these ink splatter watercolour backgrounds. So I'm leaving this one to dry because it is too wet to work with at the minute. And I'm just going to show you how I've made these little tags and cards, book covers, using the backgrounds. Now there's some templates in the description below for you to download. I've cut these out from a coloured card, and for a change I've actually used red on a blue mat, so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to use a nice blue, flip it over, take your template and simply draw around it on the back of your card. Oh, and don't forget just to mark your tag hole. Sharp scissors and cut and I'm also just going to put the hole in there now before I forget, because in a minute I'm going to cover up that guide mark. And this again is a great stash buster technique, because all those little strange pieces of card that you didn't really think were big enough to do anything else with are just about big enough. Ooh, that's really tight, but that is just about big enough to mat your tag onto. So apply some glue on the back of it, and you can be quite generous with the glue because, as I mentioned in the previous video, you will find your paper slightly bow. So if you can put plenty of glue on the back of it, it should let it sit nicely on your card. Now typically, look, blue on blue, you can see there is a very small navy border, royal blue border around the back of that card. And you just simply trim about 1 millimetre around the outside of your tag. And don't forget to re-punch the hole. And then just as a finishing touch, I'd like to put a sentiment on here. Now I've spoken before about the way that my handwriting is absolutely atrocious. My calligraphy skills, can't even say calligraphy, let alone do it, are absolutely awful. So I have taken the precaution of just cutting some vinyl lettering. I've pre-weeded this because there's nothing more boring than watching me weed a piece of vinyl. I'm going to pop this onto some of that leftover card, burnish it down, peel away the transfer tape. Transfer tape is the best thing in the world. And then I'm just going to trim this. Oh. Oh, do you know what? If I used a see-through ruler, I could actually see if that was parallel, couldn't I? That's better. And before I finish, I'm going to pop that on, let's go for a completely contrasting piece. Glue. And we'll stick that across the tag with a couple of foam pads. And really you can then decorate these tags with any number of other items. So for example, let's just find a bigger piece of white to put on this cutting mat. You can do a simple layering. You can do a simple text on there, but what I've done is you remember pin art or nail art that you used to do in the 70s? Simply pierced holes in the tag and then threaded embroidery thread from 5th hole to 5th hole to make that kind of pin art design. That again is just layered. I've wrapped some thread around this one, and I've just had a little heart with some gemstones on that one. So they're really pretty. They're really the perfect gift to put on a plain present. And say if your calligraphy skills are better than mine, they're great because you've used watercolour paper. You can quite easily write over the top of it in another ink once the paper's dry. So I hope you enjoyed that demonstration. As I say, the templates are in the link below, and have fun with it. Till then, keep safe. Thank you for watching.
If you've been inspired to create, please share your makes with us in the comments section below. And if you've enjoyed videos by the Craft channel, want to see more of us? Then click subscribe. See you next time.